How's it going, car people? It's Lucas here, back with another car review, presenting to you this 2018 Toyota Sienna LE. As always, I will start it up, show you the engine, show you around the interior and the exterior of the car. So, here's the key, along with the remote including your lock, unlock, power doors, and panic. So, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so let's go ahead and cut on the headlights and the hazards. All four windows are fully automatic. So, let's go and check out the exterior of the Sienna.
The Toyota Sienna is a minivan manufactured by Toyota since 1997. The first generation, the XL10, ran from 1997 to 2002. The second, the XL20, ran from 2003 to 2009, and the third, the XL30, has been in production since 2010. The XL30 Sienna premiered at the December 2009 Los Angeles Auto Show, with production beginning in January 2010 for the 2011 model year. It is still in production today. There have, of course, been a bunch of updates made to the XL30 Sienna throughout production. We'll get to those later. The XL30, even today, is still the only minivan in its class that offers all-wheel drive. The XL30 is offered in 5 different trim levels: L, LE, SE, XLE, and Limited. It is available with 8 exterior color options and 2 interior color options. This one is finished in salsa red pearl with the bisque cloth interior. It was available with 3 different powertrains: a 1ARFE 2.7-liter inline 4-cylinder, the famous 2GRFE 3.5-liter V6, and a 2GRFKS 3.5-liter V6. That now brings me to the updates the XL30 Sienna has received throughout production. I'll only go through the major ones. First off, the 4-cylinder engine was dropped for the 2013 model year. In 2015, the Sienna got an interior redesign. In 2017, the Sienna got a powertrain upgrade. The 2GRFE V6 was replaced with the 2GRFKS V6, which was a little more powerful and fuel efficient than the FE. The 6-speed automatic it originally came with was also replaced with an 8-speed automatic. And in 2018, it received a mild facelift, which consisted of a redesigned front end and various other changes. Link to the Wikipedia page of all the updates is in the description. As far as exterior amenities on the Sienna, it has projector headlights, body-colored blind spot mirrors, body-colored door handles, tinted rear windows, roof racks up top, Sienna and LE badging on the back, rear license plate lights, a backup camera, a single exit exhaust, and Michelin Primacy MXV4 P235/60 R17 tires. As far as dimensions, length is 200.2 inches, width is 78.2 inches, height is 68.9 inches, it's 70.7 inches with the roof racks, and it has a 119.3 inch wheelbase. Curb weight is 4,310 pounds. As of 2017, the Sienna's only powertrain option is a 2GRFKS codenamed 3.5-liter dual overhead cams, 24 valves, naturally aspirated V6. It produces 296 horsepower at 6,600 RPM and 263 pound-feet of torque at 4,700 RPM. It is 0 to 60 in 7.5 seconds and has a top speed of 115 miles an hour. With a 20-gallon fuel tank, it is estimated to get 19 miles per gallon city, 27 highway, and 22 combined. This particular Sienna is front-wheel drive, but as I said before, it is available with all-wheel drive.
You get an 8-way power adjustable driver's seat with your slide, height adjustment, recline, and 2-way lumbar adjustment. You get an 8-way, power adjustable, driver's seat, slide, height adjustment, recline, and 2-way lumbar adjustment. On your door panels, you have mostly soft touch materials, leather padded armrests. You'd have black plastic trim right here, power windows, power locks, power mirrors, window lock, speaker, storage down below with bottle holder, and to the left of the steering column, traction control, a little storage compartment with coin storage, as well as the button to turn on and off your power door. All right. So let's go ahead and do a few revs and see how she sounds. This Sienna comes with tri-zone automatic climate control. You have your fan speed right over here. You'd have your temperature settings for the driver and passenger, AC, recycling, your auto right here. You can sync all 3 zones right here. You can switch between the different zones right here via the mode button. You have your front and rear defrost and everything, along with the display, which indicates the temperature the zone is currently set to, as well as the outside temperature and all that other info. You have your rear controls right here, turn it on and off, different zones, rear temperature and rear fan speed, stuff like that. There's also more controls in the back seat, which I will show you later in this video. Coming over to your infotainment screen, as you can see, you've got the various buttons on the side of the screen. Right here you have the power button for the radio, which also doubles as the volume knob. Pretty good sounding radio. You have your tuning knob right over here. This right here is the home screen. It would normally show you which phone is connected, but there's currently no device connected. It will show you the audio info, as well as latest fuel economy, as well as your range, as well as the clock right over here. Here's obviously the home button. Got the menu button right here. You can go to audio, phone, apps, info, and setup. You can also go to all of that from the buttons on the side minus the setup. Go ahead and go to that right now. As you can see, you'd have all your typical vehicle settings, stuff like that. Back to the menu. You can just go to audio via the button on the side. You have AM, FM, XSM, CD, USB, and Bluetooth, stuff like that. Over here, your info, you can go to the eco as well as vehicle alert history. You'd have the seek track buttons right over here. If you go to phone, it'll tell you if there's a device connected, but there currently is not, as you can see. And then it'll list the devices that are currently connected. Right here, you can just go to the apps, but apparently, I don't know what's going on. It just loads and does that. This Sienna comes with the 8-speed automatic transmission with sport mode and manual shiftability, and upon putting it into reverse, you do have a backup camera with guidance lines. Your parking brake is right down below here. Down below here, you have a USB and auxiliary port, 12-volt power outlet, pop-out cup holders, a little bit of storage, another 12-volt power outlet down here, more cup holders, storage, armrests for the driver and passenger, dual glove boxes. You'd have some aluminum trim right over here. You do get the standard steering wheel in this vehicle, which is very nice and smooth. You do have sport grips at 10 and 2 and a stitched airbag cover. Very loud horn. You have your audio, Bluetooth phone, and voice recognition controls right over here, as well as the controls for the display on the gauge cluster, lane departure warning, and forward collision warning. Cruise control down here. Headlight and turn signal stock, wiper stock. The steering wheel is also manually tilting and telescoping. On the gauge cluster, You have your tachometer, engine temperature gauge, panel dim right here, the display, as well as your speedometer and fuel gauge. Right here you can switch between your trip A and B back to the odometer. This particular one has 38,000 miles, by the way. You would just hold it down to reset the trip. Now coming over to the display, as you can see at the top, it displays the outside temperature, and currently it's displaying average fuel economy and current fuel economy. Via these buttons, you can scroll through the display, as you can see. See various info like that, and via these two buttons, you can go through info, you can go through audio, speed, and extra messages, and settings, stuff like that. Side curtain airbags, grip handle for the driver, sun visor with vanity mirror and lights. Does also extend, just like so. You have an auto-dimming rearview mirror with garage homelink and compass. Sunglass container, which also doubles as a rearview mirror to keep track of the rear passengers. Front interior lights, and controls for power rear doors. You also have SOS right over here in your Bluetooth mic. Alright. So let's go ahead and shut it down. And we'll check out the back seat. The Sienna LE does have power sliding rear doors, and there are 3 different ways to open them. The first way is via the button inside the car. The second way is with the button on the key fob. And the third way is by pulling on the handle. As you can see, all the materials do carry through. Go ahead and hop in. From the inside, there are 2 different ways to close the door. There's a handle right here, or there's a button right over here. As you can see, you do have sunshades for the second row passengers, storage down below with bottle holder and your power window switch. Now, I am 6'1.5" inch. This driver's seat is all the way back, as is the seat that I'm sitting on right now, because it does slide, because it's on a track. And as you can see, I have a lot of leg room. I can just spread out in here. I have also a very nice amount of headroom. So honestly, it's a very nice place to be here in the back seat of the Sienna. You do have dual seat map pockets on both the seats as well as coat hooks, 2 USB ports, a 120 volt AC outlet, cup holders down here as well. There is actually a seat that would install right here. We just don't have it installed right now. We do have our rear air vents, and here's our rear climate controls. As you can see, your fan speed, temperature settings, auto, different zones, and off, and everything would show up on the display right here. We also have grip handles and our rear interior lights. So that's pretty much it for the second row of seats. Let's go ahead and check out the third row of seats. To gain access to the third row of seats, pull on this handle right here. The seat back and the seat bottom will flip up. You can just move the entire seat forward. Hopping in. And even the third row of seats, even if the seats were just slid a little bit back, I mean, obviously this seat could go a lot further back. If it's all the way back, it would be a little bit tight, but in this position, or even just a little bit further back, it's honestly perfectly okay back here. I do have a little bit less headroom back here though, but since the third row of seats is higher than the second row, that's no surprise. We do have cup holders and storage compartments back here, as well as sunshades for the third row passengers as well. Air vents and grip handles, lights as well for the rear. Not too bad. And to get out, just pull this strap right here, seat will go forward, and then you can just hop right out. So, let's go ahead and check out the trunk. Even behind the third row of seats, you do get a very nice amount of trunk space in the back of the Sienna. There's that seat that I was talking about earlier that installs right there. Obviously, this row of seats does fold and can stow away into this section right here to create a bunch of cargo space if you weren't using the third row of seats. You have a 12-volt power outlet back here, some illumination. Not too bad. So all of that is going to conclude the review on the 2018 Toyota Sienna LE. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like or a comment. Subscribe today if you haven't. I thank you all for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.